Good morning and welcome back. Today is Saturday. It's about 7:30 right now and this weekend is actually going to be a super busy one. Today I'm meeting up with a friend in Cologne. Afterwards I'm actually working until 6 p.m. so I'm not going to be home all day. But before I leave I'm going to have some breakfast, of course. So yesterday I prepped some overnight oats. These just have a bunch of seeds and nuts in them. This is some rhubarb compote that I made the other day, which I'm going to use up. Okay, that's it. Breakfast in 2 minutes. I'm going to enjoy my oats and then make my way to Cologne. And then I'll talk to you again when it's time for dinner. I'm making a super simple dinner because I just got back from work and I'm very hungry. I've got my cooked potatoes and asparagus, some chickpeas, diced tomatoes. I'm using 2 medium tomatoes, fresh parsley. For the dressing I've combined some good olive oil with a high quality balsamic vinegar, like a really thick one, and some salt and pepper. What a day. This morning was once again a very busy one because I had to work for a couple of hours, so I didn't have a lot of time before leaving the house to have some breakfast. I just had some soaked millet flakes which I topped with frozen raspberries and some hazelnut butter for a very quick and easy breakfast. But now I'm back home ready to make some lunch. I do have some leek that I need to use, as you can tell, so I'm gonna make something with that, I think, but I don't really have an idea what I want, so I'm just kind of making this up as I go. This very green gnocchi dish is what I came up with. I started by sauteing the leek. I did use the entire leek. After a couple of minutes I also added in some garlic, as well as my gnocchi, some salt and pepper, as well as a bit of water. I then put the lid on and let the gnocchi steam for around 3 minutes before adding in some nutritional yeast for some cheesy flavors and a bit of spinach that I had in the fridge that needed to go. So now we're here with this very green dish. And it's so good. It's around 3 p.m. right now and the next thing on my to-do list is to make a snack for the upcoming week that I can keep in the freezer and just pull out whenever I need one. I do still have a couple of sweet options in the freezer, but lately I've been kind of craving some more savory snacks as well. So I'm thinking to make like savory muffins. So I'm gonna make some sun-dried tomato and chickpea flour muffins. Yeah, so let's get into it. So we've got some red onion in here and some garlic. Now I'm gonna add a bunch of spices, some parsley, oregano and thyme, salt and pepper, some sun-dried tomatoes, baking powder, olive oil, chickpea flour, apple cider vinegar and some water. Okay, I'm going to leave this to sit for 5 minutes so the dough can thicken up a bit. And afterwards I'm going to transfer this into 9 muffin tins. Ja, alles klar. Ja? Ja, nee, wie gesagt, ich komme dann im Laufe der Woche mal rum. Let's taste one. I'm gonna let the rest of the muffins cool down and then I'm gonna freeze them to reheat whenever I need them. For lunch, I'm having one of my favorite meals at the moment, which is some pesto pasta using wild garlic pesto with asparagus, cherry tomatoes and chickpeas. I eat it at least once a week. I'm gonna enjoy this out on my balcony because it's actually really warm today. I'm excited for some warmer temperatures. I'm so tired. Some vegan mayo. Some sauerkraut because I love it. And some hemp seeds. I mean, this kind of just looks like a pile of mush, but it's very good, I promise. Here I've got a serving for the fridge and a serving for the freezer. Okay, I'm just about to get into making some lunch, and I really feel like having this black bean and corn salad that I saw on Instagram the other day. So I've got a can each of corn and black beans, a handful of scallion greens, some cherry tomatoes, and some grated carrot for a bit of sweetness. That is an arm workout. Okay, and lastly I'm gonna add some pumpkin seeds for a bit of crunch. I'm keeping the dressing very simple by using some tahini, smoked paprika, oh that's a lot, a bit of chili powder, pepper, and a good amount of salt, and a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a touch of water to thin, I feel like this needs some parsley. So, this delicious bean and corn salad is going to be a really easy lunch. Oh, I wish I had some corn chips. This would be so much better with some corn chips. I mean, it's good, but now I'm mad that I don't have corn chips. But I definitely recommend making this. I think this would also be great for meal prepping if you keep the dressing separately. I am heading to a lecture in an hour or so, but then I'm free for the rest of the day, which doesn't mean that I have nothing to do because I still have a very long list of stuff that needs to get done, but I'll figure that out after my lecture. After my lecture, I went straight to my favorite grocery store here. I allow myself to go there like once every 2 months because otherwise I just spend too much money. But I just thought I'd show you what I got because I've got a couple of fun things in there. Let's start with the most important thing. I got some corn chips because my lunch was good, but next time I want to have it with some corn chips. We've got 2 different types of pasta. This is some fusilli because it was on sale. And then these are some shells, sort of small shells. They look really fun, so I always love trying fun pasta shapes. I also got some blueberries for a recipe that I'm filming tomorrow, and some aubergine because this was the first local aubergine, so I couldn't resist, and some garlic because I ran out. We have a huge bag of sunflower seeds. These are a lot cheaper than cashews. I think this entire bag was like €4, and this obviously lasts a very long time. I just used them instead of cashews. I got some rice cakes as a little night snack if I'm feeling a bit peckish but not too hungry. And then I got some chocolate pudding. I love these. It's the best chocolate pudding. I always like having this on hand for a quick dessert, and especially now that we're getting into strawberry season, I love to have this with strawberries for dessert. I got some mustard and cumin because I ran out of both of those. And then lastly, oh, I'm so excited for this. This is actually the main reason why I went to the store. This is some puffed chocolate cereal thing. This is the only brand I found that was actually vegan, so I'm gonna actually try those right now. Let's taste them. Hit the spot. Okay, so for dinner tonight I'm having a very simple bowl of some random stuff that I had. So I started by cooking my rice, and in the meantime I made a peanut sauce for the tofu, which is just peanut butter, soy sauce, rice vinegar, pepper and water. I gave that a mix and added the tofu, and then I've got some sliced bell pepper and sliced radishes, and of course I had to drizzle a lot more of that sauce on top. Lastly, I'm just gonna sprinkle on top a bunch of scallion greens because they're so good. But yeah, this is a very simple bowl. Oh, I just love rice, and it only took me about 15 minutes max. Happy Thursday. It's been quite a busy day so far. This morning I went for a run with a friend of mine. We got up really early to run because otherwise it would just get too hot. For breakfast before my run I just had a bowl of cereal with some soy milk, which was so good and the perfect way to start the day. And now I'm ready for some lunch. I definitely need something quick so I can get in the shower and then get some uni work done. So let's make a honey mustard salad. I'm gonna make the dressing first. I'm combining some mustard, honey, olive oil, apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper. I'm also adding in some smoked paprika, but this is definitely optional. A good amount of arugula, because I bought way too much of this, so I need to use it up. Some cucumber and a bit of tomato, some dill, parsley, pumpkin seeds, chickpeas. Ideally these would be roasted, but I don't have the time for that today. And lastly some cooked quinoa. So let's add the dressing. Well, I am just so excited for this. Smells incredible. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this outside on my balcony because that's just my favorite thing to do now. Honestly, this is what I mean when I say that I love salads. You just gotta have a really good dressing, some fresh herbs, and some different textures, and it's like the best thing ever. In my blender cup, I've got some frozen blueberries and some soy milk, and I'm gonna add some peanut butter. It's so weird, I never crave smoothies. I think because I'm traumatized from my childhood, because my dad always forced us to drink smoothies. So it was really hot all day, but now it's actually raining pretty heavily, so I'm in a mood to kind of cozy up for the rest of the night. I've got some dinner here, which is a couple of pieces of bread with vegan mayonnaise, pickled onions, dill and flaky salt, as well as the leftover tofu scramble that I made the other day. Yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy the evening on the couch, just read my book, and I'll see you tomorrow. I've pretty much been sitting here all morning getting stuff done before the weekend, but then I needed to take a break for my brain, and I filmed a reel for this spicy rice salad. That's now gonna be my lunch with some chickpeas, parsley, bell pepper and red onion. It's really good. I've made it many times at this point. So I'm gonna eat my lunch. I usually don't like eating at my desk, but today it's just not happening otherwise. And I'm gonna keep working and just get stuff done. I'm so excited for the weekend. Good morning! I have just put together a very good looking breakfast bowl. This is pretty much just leftovers. So we've got some tofu scramble that I had in the freezer, leftover quinoa, hummus, sauerkraut, cucumber, some dill and some hemp seeds. And I'm also having a glass of orange juice on the side because I always need something sweet. I am gonna enjoy this very much, I think. And then I really need to get outside because yesterday I didn't leave my apartment at all. I was just sitting at my desk all day. So I'll see you when it's time for lunch. So I just got back from my walk that I took in the park this morning, and I was talking to my mom on the phone for like an hour and a half, and it felt really good to just kind of get out the house and not think about uni for 2 hours. So now I'm gonna get into doing some cooking. I have just made a dressing for the Caesar salad, obviously a vegan one. I made this by combining some soaked sunflower seeds, garlic, nutritional yeast, apple cider vinegar, olive oil, capers, Dijon mustard, soy sauce and pepper. I'll put the full recipe for this in the caption. some salt, a tiny bit of smoked paprika, and some olive oil. I'm gonna roast this at 180 Celsius until the chickpeas are crispy. I feel like I need to put a disclaimer that this is in no way a traditional recipe. The only thing traditional is the dressing and the croutons maybe. I'm just working with what I have, which is some arugula that I've finally used up now. If you have lettuce, I recommend using that. Some fresh parsley, a whole heap of radishes, some scallion greens. Let's just start with that and then we'll see if we need some more. Okay, I'm gonna add a bit more dressing. Gotta test the croutons. I'm about to head to a concert with a couple of my friends, which I'm super excited about. While I'm getting ready, I'm just having another bowl of cereal. And with that, I'm actually gonna end this video. I really hope you enjoyed and got some inspiration from this. If you did, you can comment down below if you want, or you can send me your recreations on Instagram. I always love to see those. So that is it for this week, and I will see you very soon.